everybody, welcome back. My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Well, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, guys. Over here it's been quite, in the UK it's been quite chilly, so I hope that you've all wrapped up and kept warm. And again, in the States where the fire is, please take it safe, guys. It's been on the UK news, and it's a drastic thing that's happened. And, our thoughts are all with you. Right, today, guys, I'm just going to do a small wreath on a 10-inch frame, but I'm going to do it on a straw-based wreath frame. So it's only 10-inch. Some people have asked me if I just do grapevine. I don't. So I decided to do a small one today on the 10-inch straw. I've already placed on my hook, and I've placed the hook on what will match the colour of the wreath. Did I say grapevine? Oh, I can't remember what I said. I'm back to having a restful weekend, guys. And straight away I make a mistake, I think. My memory's going. So we're going to do it on that. I have got out my old puncher. You can get these off Amazon. In case when I place the stems in, it's quite hard to get the stem in. So this is going to give me a helping hand to place them in. So we're going to go through some of our stuff. I've already prepared the bow in advance, so I'm going to do it on a leopard print and a polka dot 2.5 inch ribbon. So it's got white polka dots on there, and then obviously the leopard print there. I've done the polka dot ones in 6-inch loops, all 4 of them, the leopard print in 5-inch, and then the one in the center to cover my mechanics I've only done in 3-inch. So I've done that. So the bow is now ready to go on. So that's the bow. Oh gosh, everything's really right far down. Let me just bring it all up. So I've started where I've got my Shikibi spray. So I'm going to cut off small pieces of these to use for our foliage. And I love this. I think it's lovely. Oh, the greenery that I said, I just didn't know what the name was. I've got an app on my mobile, or I think you guys call it your cell phone. I've got an app on there. I took a picture because I couldn't find it in my book. So I took a picture of it, and it came up with cork oak. So it's a cork oak foliage. I didn't know that, but I did say to my husband, it looks like an oak leaf or something, but I didn't think any more of it. So cork oak, never heard of it. Anyway, we've got that. I've got one rose, what's in like a mauve colour or a dusky pink. So I've got one rose in that. Then I've got 3 peonies, what are sort of like a ripple effect, or two-tone, with a couple of buds that are attached to them as well. So we're going to use those. Now, I bet you're thinking pink, and it looks gorgeous, guys. I put them all together with the ribbon before I even decided to make the ribbon or the bow, and they looked beautiful. Now I've got out 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah, seven roses, and they are the buds. I use these ones in bridal because they are the bridal roses, and I do like to purchase them for the brides because a lot of brides tend to choose these, and I've got them in white as well. The white's more popular. Now I've got some, I can't make my mind up whether this is astilbe, furry astilbe, or pampas grass. I'm not sure, guys. It looks with the shape like the astilbe, but the texture is like pampas grass. But whichever, I'm considering maybe placing those in. Again, I may not use everything what's on here. To back myself up in case I don't use them, I have got these out. Now, I'm not sure what these are, but look, they're really furry. So I thought with them having the point as well, again, beautiful. And I thought these, I've cut some down already and left one long, one or two, I think. But the rest I have cut down ready. And so we've got those. I've taken out these artificial wheat, with them being like a cream colour. I decided that would look lovely again against our pink. So I've also got out, now this I know is from a grass. It's not pampas, but it is from a grass. I've taken out 5. I haven't put picks on them yet because they are a natural, I don't know, grass with because we've got grass on our back garden, and it does grow these, later on in the year added on, and I can't remember what it's called, but I love the movement. And to stop any of these little bits dropping off, I mean, I haven't got it with me at the moment, just spray them with hairspray, and that will keep them from dropping off all around your house or wherever you may have placed them. Now I have also got, I don't know why I got 2, because they're on paperback and you can pull them off, some feathers or maybe pampas grass, depending. There's different types of pampas grass, but these are slightly a bit more browner or darker. They look a bit dirty if I'm being quite honest, but they're not, guys. That's the colour that they come. So we've got these as well. Now this is astilbe. I've cut these off all at the same length, and I wanted to add in a bit of green because there's not much green foliage in here. It's all to do with the tan creams and things like that. So I thought, let's have a little bit of green in, so let's put some astilbe in with the point on them as well. And I've also got different kinds of astilbe. I've got this one as well in cream, a bit more of a cluster, so I thought we may incorporate this as well to go with the colour. And then I've also got white, so, and again I've got this in yellow, purple, so this is beautiful. I do love this. So if we don't use any of the others, or we may use all of them, all the different astilbes, this, because they are different shapes and they give off a different contrast against each other. I found these as I was looking in the astilbe. I spotted them, just a bit of like pine with some little seeds or something like that on them. I haven't got any more of these, so I thought there's only 2. I can cut them down into little pieces and attach around the bow, or just add in as a little bit of filler. And finally, I've already prepared these because they were quite messy. I've got some dried I don't know what you call it, guys. Dried wheat, grass, oats, things like that. And I've got them, and they are, again, very fragile. So what I've done is got a piece of brown floral wire where it's got paper on it, wrapped it around where the stem is, glued the stem on, wrapped it around, and then put some glue on the back, just so the wire doesn't come undone. And I've done 3 pieces, and I want to incorporate those, and I've placed a pick on so I can bend it into position, because if you try to bend these, they will snap. So I thought we could just add something different for the texture. So that is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to place the camera down because I'm enjoying sitting down. So we're going to do it sat down. Again, it's only a small wreath. I had a young lady, well, I say young, I don't know how old the lady is, but she's, you know, I'm guessing young. So ask me when she did a deco mesh wreath. A lot of people tend to use the 10-inch one. If she could use this, I'm guessing the 6-inch one on a wreath. You can use a 6-inch one on a wreath, but you may need a bit, well, you may need more than what you would if you did the 10-inch. You tend to use about a full roll of the 10-inch on one wreath. So you may need 1.5 or 2 inches of the 6-inch if that's what you're using. Or you could cross them over like an X when you place them in to give a bit more of the fluffiness of the deco mesh. So I hope that helps. Right, let's get the camera down. Oops, I've just got my fingers in the way. So there we have it. Again, this is only a small wreath. And I only want to do half, because, you know, just halfway around, because we've got the browns and the pampas and the wheat and things like that. I want it to blend in with the straw. So I want to be able to see the straw. I want to place my bow here. So I want it, I have got long tail ends, but they may get cut. But I want to place that here. It does look quite big, but you know me, guys, once I start filling everything in, it'll blend in beautiful. So I want to be careful of where I'm going to place my foliage and floral. So I need to just remember around here that I want my bow. If you don't want to place too much floral and foliage underneath, you can get a marker pen, something like that, and just mark where your hand is here and here, so then you know where you're going to place your bow. I used to do that when I first started, because I tend to have gone a bit over where I needed to be. So it was just like a reminder. Right, let's get rid of that. I don't know where the beginning of the, oh, there it is, rubber band. And again, I don't want to use too many. And as you see, they have what I call prongs, little pieces here. It's not where a leaf has fallen off. It's there for if you decide. There's one up here as well, near the top. They're not always on everything, and they're not always placed in the same place. You may just have one at the bottom. It's if you decide you want to pull one off and place it further down instead, if I can get it on. So you've got it there instead of up here. That's all. That's what they're for. It's just so you can move them around, which is a good idea. I'm just taking some off of off of here. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's. I've still got the tag on. And I do save these for if I need them. All I do is just tidy them up by cutting off the sides. So it's, you know, tidy. That bit goes thinner there. I'll leave that on in case, you know, I've got something slightly thinner, but I need the thickness of the stem for the support. And I just go in at like a 45-degree angle instead of straight. So we've got those. Right, I've just found one. I don't know whether I'm there. So you can cut these in two or move one up again, up to the top. I'm going to glue that on so it stays there. Just get your glue gun or dip it in your glue pan. I'm just going to cut that off because I don't need it. And if I want, I could cut that in two and have a little bit here. So let's have a look. No, I'm going to keep it as it is. Cut it at a 45-degree angle. Now, this may be slightly a bit harder to get in because the straw ones can be quite tough. So we'll just, and because this is at the top, I want to just slightly go under. So I only want about this much of approximately this much of the straw wreath showing. So I've gone on the outer side and again, just bend it. So now I'm going to bring this one slightly on the inner side. So I'm creating like a bit of a zigzag. And as we go along, you'll see what I mean with the tightness of the wreath. I don't want to overload. Now I'm going to save one for here and then the other two I may need to cut. I want one here and then one here. So let's just take that off. So I'm going to chop this one in half. Again, I know I want my bow here, but I do like to have a little bit of foliage just from the bow here. So as you can see, when I place the bow on, you will have a little bit of foliage sticking out and will join in. And then just get take that tag off. And I'm going to bring one here and then one on the outside. I can hear there's a glue string. It's like it's squeaking. I don't know if you can hear it. And then the final one, again, I am manipulating these. As you can see, I want that to stick up the leaves so I can see the actual leaves instead of the as much as the underside. So we've got that. So, oh, I've got one here, look. So I could split this in two. I didn't see that one. Naughty, naughty me. Let's glue that on because that's obviously come off. I tend to say if it comes off once, it'll surely come off again. So just glue it on. It doesn't take long. So I'll place that there. Or should I place? I'll place the longer one on the. You can see I'm fighting against it slightly because it's quite tough. We'll place that like so. So we've got that like that, and And I've as long as I can see some of my my wreath on here, then I'm happy. And just bring it out slightly as well. That will help make it look slightly bigger. Right, let's get our bow in. Now I've placed a floral wire on here, and I think I'm gonna have to go around, unless I can get it in. Let me just grab my weaving needle. I may be able to grab it from through it. So let's just test it first. So it's just a plastic floral weaving needle. You can get them off Amazon. And let's just try and pop it through. If not, I'll use my old puncher. I may have to use my old puncher and guide it through. I'll keep that in. Just push that through a little. There we have it. And if you can't grab it because you have health issues, just grab your snips and just pull it through. So that's one. So I'm going to pull that out. So where's the other one? Here. So I'm going to do exactly the same with the other one. I'm not going to place them in the same place, guys, because I don't want I need them to attach to something instead of, falling through. Just there we have it. I'll take that out and then turn it over. And just before you fasten it, just make sure that your bow is sat in the correct position. And then just twist at the back. I twist about 1 inch. Then I cut. And then I do a U-bend with the wire and I push it back in. If I can't do it with my fingers, I'll get my flat nose pliers and push it in with that. Then now that's sat there, you can now fluff up your bow once you've turned it back over. I've still got the wreath on the opposite side showing. So I've done it now like that. Doesn't that look pretty? I just love it. Right, the reason I've just got one of these roses, if I can get it off, is I want to place that quite tightly in there. And so it's part of the bow. I want obviously my ribbon to sit where it needs to, but I want that one by itself there, and then the others, I want one here, or should I say that one I wanted here with the buds around there. I've taken the buds off of these. I want one there, and then I also want one excuse me, here. Now, or I could bring that in slightly and intermingle it with the foliage, and then I want that like that. So that's what we're going to do. So let's first of all cut all these little pieces that are sticking out and tidy up the stem. And it actually has got thorns on it, so I'm gonna just cut it here. So I don't know how long I actually want it. Just want to see. Right, so I guess around there. So we'll take that off. And I'm going to use my hole punch as well. Oh, did you hear that creak? Oh. So as I go, now I put glue on, as I go to place it in, I pull out the hole punch and look where I've pulled it out. And hopefully, that might actually be too long. So let's just cut it again. Take that off. Oh my good gracious me. I can still... They are quite tough, these are, guys. No, it's not sitting how I want it. So keep going, guys. Don't panic. I will keep going. You know me. Nothing defeats me. Let's make another hole. There we have it. There, and it will sit where our ribbon is, and our ribbon will help, you know, support it sitting up as well. So that's really pretty. So we've got that. So then I'll get the ones with where I've taken off the buds. And I want to place these. I'm just slightly lifting the heads. I don't want the heads too far up. And then one at the bottom. I just turn it around and do it in a similar place. I may have to use these to push it in. There we go. There we go. So then we have that. Excuse the bow if it starts to look a bit flat. It's only because of, you know, me pressing around the area when I'm placing in things. And now I've got the one with the buds I've kept on. So I want that from the side, as you can see, like so. So if I turn it up to see how far I'd like it sticking out, I may have to put these in, as you can see, individually, because the buds are slightly longer, you know, and the stems on where the buds are as a cluster, so it's quite thick. So I may have to place them in individually. So let's do that. I could place the leaves in as well. So let's see. So we'll get that one. We'll take that bud off. I don't know whether I'll just cut that there so I know. Right, I'll take that leaf off as well. There's not much room to place it in. So let's get the first one in. I may have to use the hole puncher, and again this is where it comes into place. If you haven't got an hole puncher, get an old thick stem. If you have, if that works. Right, I've kept the hole puncher in, so I know where I've got to go with the flower. So then that's there like that. So then I'm going to place the bud next to it. Let's just rub that. Sorry for leaning it up, guys. It's just so I can see. I'm going to put a bit of glue on the bigger peony just to keep it, I think it, because it's moving. And then I'll get the smaller one, place that there. think this peony is just and get a small one, and then we'll place that one in. Like so. So as you can see now, we have it looking really, really pretty on the sides. So I've got these, the leaves from the peony, place a pick on them. I was having a go at making the lollipops, guys, at the weekend. It's easy to do. It's just that you get it, I've got it really nice and tight on the front, you know, the swirls, but I can't seem to get as many swirls on the back because you have to do it in reverse. So I need to practice that. I'm going to bring can't get that one in either. Let's there. One there. And when I pull the hole puncher out, I tend to keep my thumb where the hole puncher was. And then I want one around here. I don't know if you can see in this around the center here, because I had 3. So that, excuse me, is them. Now with the roses, I want to place, let's take this raffia off. Oh, I used to have lots of raffia, guys. It's just become so messy. I know now you can buy it on rolls. I've got different colours on rolls. When I worked in Fresh Flowers, it was so messy. Now, I want to bring these around the side. And what I've started to do, instead of cutting these rubber stems, because again, as you know, I don't place these on. I cut around and take so much of it off because it, you know, if you've got hot glue, it melts or it can melt. So now I pull and I take it off altogether. So I've got the wire inside. So that's what I've started to do. There we go. And that helps as well. So again, I used to cut it. I found an easier way. If you can't, you know, find an easier way, then, you know, try, you know, cut it like I did before. So I'm going to place in the roses, or the rose buds. I want one here, and they're the same colour as what the rose is in the centre. And this is a smaller wreath because not everybody likes the big wreaths. So I like to take into consideration, you know, variety of sizes, colours. You know, and things like that. So I find that it just shows, you know, with the economy, not everybody can afford the really big wreaths. So you've got to take that into consideration, and you know, so as I call it, make a basic, deluxe, and then a luxury, or basic, standard, and deluxe, whichever way you want to place it, you know, say it. And that's just to give the customer an idea of what choices they have. You know, for their own finances. Place that there. So now we've got those, I've put 5 in, and we've got the roses in around the side. So I don't want to place in those. Now what I do want to place in, I don't think I'm going to use the feathers, guys, because they are quite big. And again, I'm just trying to keep to a you know, more of a standard size wreath than anything. I don't want, you know, I'm not doing a deluxe. Apart from these rosebuds are deluxe because they were slightly bit more expensive. But other than that, the rest of what's in here, you know, was, I kept myself to finance and made sure that I wasn't over budgeting. So I don't want these because these will make it look too much and too big and long. And again, I'm keeping within a size as well. I've got the smaller ones that I probably will place in. Now I want him to place in let's get the green astilbe in first. So then that's in. So I'm going to cut that. Gosh. And I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. I'm going to place this one here. Get the glue off. So we've got that one there. Oh, Daisy. I'll cut this one shorter because I don't want it sticking out from the side as much. So that one will go around here underneath our peony. I don't want it here at the side, I want it underneath. So the peony's got something to bounce off as well. So let's just lift it up again. I want to just push it in a little bit more. Got to be careful because obviously there's more stems there. Just bring and bend that there, bring that back. And then our final one, I want under, like this one, the peony. My neighbour gave me these, guys, so please, you know, I don't know where she got them. She bought a lot. She says, I can remember she was saying that she just saw them, liked them, bought them, and then had them for a while, didn't know what to do with them. She was going to throw them out, asked if I'd like them and if I could do something with them, and I said yes. So I've had them, it's got to be at least about 3 years. I had all different colours, slowly used, you know, getting through them. Right, so let's get our wheat things in. So I want things like this in. So I'm going to cut this right down because it's quite long and I don't want it up here. So when I place it, I'm going to be placing it down here so it sticks up similar to the astilbe. And that is how you know, if you've got things like this, just to make them shorter. I've only cut the stem to about 1.5 inch. So I will be placing this stem down here and placing it at an angle. So let's place that near the rose. I'm just going to put, because it's dried, just going to put a bit of glue as well, just to hold it in place. So we have it like that, just a bit of natural look. Now I don't want this sticking out again like that. I only want about that much of it, so I may have to cut that one down, and then this one I need around the same as that astilbe there, because again they are just dried twigs. I'm going to place a bit of glue on there. So just to make sure that the pick doesn't move. Oh, I think my husband's home from work. So we'll let that one dry. And while we let that one dry, I'm going to shorten this pick. So I'll just show you how I did it. I don't want those because they're rubber. So let's get rid of this because I don't want, I'm covered. So let me just get that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull that out. And again, I don't want them very big. Oh, I placed it on top. I want it just about there. Where my thumb is. So I need to just cut that off. And that's all I did. Tidy any loose bits up at the bottom. You don't want that. Get your pick, put plenty of glue on and sit it in between several of the stems. Now you can, as you can see, there's nothing on there, guys. Let's just get that twiggy bit off. Just get that off. Glue as well. So I'm going to put a little bit more glue on and do just a bit on this side as well. So it's now sticking all around. Then I will get some of my wire, and this is the one that's got the paper on it. I've cut a piece off. I don't measure, guys, I just cut it. And then place over the top where the glue is. Go one way. With the wire. I keep a little bit over. And this wire is sticking now to the glue that's in there and holding the stems together. And when I've got to near the end, I twist just like you would with your bow. I just twist like that. I cut off, so I've got about 1/2 inch left. Put that over onto there, and then place, if you've got your glue gun, and then place a bit of glue where I've just put that wire that I've twisted. And then that now is my pick. So that one needs to dry. So let's just get that there. Let's clean up our mess. So it's just as easy as that. If you haven't got the wire that I've got, guys, use floral wire, use twine. So this one now I want down here. So I'm going to do the same as I did up above. Instead of placing it here right next to the peony, I will be, placing the stem further down at an angle so it shortens those dried twigs. So I'll cut that off. Just make sure I've got it the right way. So I've got that like so. And then underneath, I'm going to place a little bit of glue to make sure it sticks to our wreath. Like that. And then we've got our last one where I want coming out from the sides as well. Again, choose which side you'd like it to sit. Whoops, a daisy. Sorry if I'm moving it out of shot all the time, guys. I just want to make sure that, oh, it's not gone in. So we'll try it again. Hi, Hun. Thank you. So we'll just do it again. There we go. Now I'm going to just place, sorry you can't see, I'll just want to place a bit of glue on the back. Oops. Nearly stuck to it. So now we've got those in. Let's have a look. I want to place some of these in. Let's just take 5 out for now. Let's cut them. Don't want them too long. So I'm going to bring one I can see. One there with the roses here. Do the same down here. Oops, there's a glue string. If you find the glue string and you try to, you know, get it off and it just keeps coming, just go right to the bottom of the stem where your flower is or foliage, because obviously then there's a bit of glue that's seeped out and it's still sat on top, and it's just going to keep coming if you don't get rid of it, basically. So I'm going to want one around here as well. And I'm gonna, I may incorporate one in here. So let's cut that one down quite short. So let's bring it under here. Let's have a look. So then we've got those. So I'm not going to use any more of those. Again, I do want to bring some of this pampas or grass. So this is going to be, again, this is natural. So this will snap as well. So you're going to have to I'm going to use brown tape because it's a brown stem. So what I do with these, let's cut off about that much. Cut off about 3 inch. Get my pick, or if you've got a thick floral wire, just stick it on right underneath the last bit of feather. Oh my goodness. And then while it's still wet, get your floral tape. You don't have to have brown, you can have green, but I just like to go with the colour of the stem, or as near as. Take it down. And the reason I put the pick right up there is if I have to cut the stem really short, so at least I've got some wire in it to be able to manipulate it. So then I go back up, tear it off. Before I stick this little piece here, I place a bit of glue on it, just like that, and then carry on taking it round. I'm just securing the tape. Cut that again. Get wire. It shouldn't take me long, guys. If I do it at the speed I would. That's that it. I only slow down because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. And I go below the stem of the pampas grass, if you want to call it that, because I want that to be secured in as well. I don't know, what did I do? Oh, that's there. Little things like this, guys, you know, I find. Oh, hiya, you alright?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, you had a good day at work? Oh, is it? Little things like this, you know, by just doing these instead of sticking them in without any support, you will get your benefit, because then you won't be going through lots and lots, and then the wind blows and the stems snap of the dried grass. So then, you know, and plus it shows that if you're selling it as well, that you've put your time into it to make it secure. Let's just cut those two down. Again, I leave about a 3-inch stem. Where's the other one gone? Let's see. And as you're putting the tape on, just give it a little bit of a tug to activate the sticky substance that's in it or inside of it, you know, the waxy glue. And the last one, do the same with that. Right, so that's all 5 done. So where you see gaps, like here, this is where I'm wanting to place these. Here, here, and then maybe one on each end. So let's cut these down. So now you can hear that there's wire inside. So let's place one on each end. And I'm placing it in at an angle, and I can manipulate it slightly. So I'll just turn that around. Like so. Do the same with every one of them. Fill them into where the gaps are. So we've got a gap here. So I want one here. Just give it a little bit of something there. Oops, the head of the astilbe's come off. I'll stick that back on. Bring that there. Let's find it. Where is it, guys? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Now, last one. Under the bow. So you've got all of those. Now I could place in some astilbe. I don't think I need, no, that's too much. the more, you know, I've said it before, the thinner the stems or foliage, the more you need to place, you will have to place in. I don't know about those. I'm not going to put those in. So I'm going to put the astilbe in. One. Let's just get the band off. Place those out the way at the moment. So here I'm going to bring in this different astilbe. Again, there's a slight gap that I want to just fill. There's one here. I want to do the same here as well. And just move it around as you go. So I want to do another one as well at the other side of the peony. Cut these down. So then I'm going to do was it after? So I'm going to bring one. Excuse my arm, guys. I have to try. Can't see. No, that one's just not going in. So let's get some more glue on it. There we have it. I don't want any of those on the end because then that it's got the others on. I don't want it to look too like we've got too many astilbes there. Just right, I want to place some of these in the centre. And I may place a couple on either end as well. So if I brought, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do it with the other one as well. So what I'm going to do with these, I have a bit of a gap there, so I'm going to bring something in there. If I turn it around, on the ends here, because that one seems to be turning over, I'm going to just place that there. And then this one, I bend that one slightly. And then we'll place this one somewhere around here, maybe slightly under. So we've got like a bookend sort of thing on there. And then the others, I'm considering just taking off and just placing in the center, guys, you know, where the bow is. I've got another one with like little seeds on, put that there, and just fill up that area of our bow. I'm going to place something around here. This maybe have to be this, or I may get a bigger leaf. So let's just get these in. I've got a feeling I can hear Marley crying, but he's not outside my door. Let me get my old puncher. This is the trouble as you go along, further along. You can't seem to place things in because the stems are, other stems are in the way inside. But we won't let that defeat us. And do this one. As well. And then with these, we're going to stick to our ribbon. And just place a few of the little leaves, or if you've got any other ornaments, it doesn't have to be the ones that I'm using. You know, if you've got any other little scraps of tiny foliage, just use those. No, it doesn't have to have seeds on. If you've got the odd berry as well, what you haven't got any more of, use the odd berry as well. Or just a little flower. Right, I've got, let me stand up. Now I've got gaps. I can either cut those down, but I've got a gap here and one here, and that is irritating me. So I need to get either something, a slightly bigger leaf to place in. So let me just have a look, guys. Because of the colour scheme, let's have a look. It needs to be more of a solid leaf, guys, than something that's, you know, flat and wispy and you know, airy. So I'm wondering if that's the case. What about, because it's got white on it, I've got some magnolia. I'm going to use those instead of those. And these magnolia haven't got the brown on the opposite side, guys. I went for the budget magnolia, but it doesn't make a difference. They all look beautiful. the shape of them, you know, is stunning. So don't feel that you've got to go out and buy the expensive ones with the brown on the other side. Right, so here, as you can see around here, I've got a few where they're doubled, and I'm going to place them there. So if I just hopefully find a space I can place it. And fill in that gap like so. Again, more of a solid. If you haven't got these, have a look if you've got like elephant ears, fatsia, aspidistra, you know, things like that. I'm going to want another one around here because it's a bit bare where the bow is, or the tail ends. So just look above it as well. And it's a little bit bare. So we need to place something in. Oh, if I can just see. Let's see. There as well. Do I place one under here? I've got a longer stem. That's a long one. What's that one? What's that one? Sorry, I'm looking for a longer stem where there's just one. No, that's the longest I've got. I want to place one behind here. There's a lot of elements in here. And again, I'm going to scatter them around one. So I'm going to bring one here and then also one up here as well. So then you've got it around. So let's do that. There's the one. I'm going to bring around here. I think I could have done with a double round there. So I may have to put another single in. Yeah. Oh, here's my cat. I knew he wasn't far. So I've got those in. So I don't need anything else. If you want to add, let's say a little tail end, you know, to it, just to put it somewhere else, or use a bit of ribbon for the hook. And I've got a little bud here, guys. I saved it. So I'm going to place that in. So we'll put that just there. So yeah, and use the ribbon as the hook, and or anything like that, or add extra tail ends somewhere amongst it that you'd like to see. Excuse me. you know, then you can do that. I've left, again, as I said, let's just, some of the, I'm trying to look for my hook, some of the wreath, so you could see that, and it blends in with the colour of the ribbon. So that's what we have, and you know, I think that looks lovely. Some people think, oh, what relevance has the leopard print ribbon got? There's no relevance. It's just that I find it looks, you know, really pretty. If you want, you can curl your tail ends up or put ringlets on them. I don't want to do that. I just want to keep them hanging on this one, and just to make it look quite pretty. So I think that would look lovely, you know, maybe on an entrance hall, or on a barn door, anything like that. Just a bit of a earthland look with the browns and things like that. So if you enjoyed that, guys, and you want to give it a go, you know, give it a go. Don't be you know, scared to feel that you can't do it. We can all do it, guys. We can all do it. I have faith in you all. Even if you're a beginner, we can all do it. Just relax, enjoy, and have fun. I'm just trying to get that on there. Just sort the tail ends and everything out. So I'm going to put the camera up so you can see it. So let me just place it there. In fact, I'm going to move the camera onto the highest one. Sorry if it flips. Gosh, that was good. Oh, I've got the cable attached around the legs of the... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. So sorry. My sister will be laughing because she watches my videos. And that's when she'll always say, oh, I saw that video, what you did. And don't sell that to anybody. I'll buy it. Oh, and it's even on the wonk now. She'll be definitely laughing. Supposed to be going to her house tonight, but she's poorly. So... grab my coffee, I bet that's gone cold. Right guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it gave you some hints on how to, when you're using dried flowers or dried grasses and, you know, wheat and oats oats with a T, things like that, and pampas grass. Again, spray them with hairspray, so all the fluff and everything, even the grasses, spray them with hairspray, that they don't drop off all over your house or anything like that and cause a little, a mess. And even with the leopard print and the polka dot, you know, they look beautiful with just the nice little pinks and things like that, and the astilbe, and adding that magnolia in at the end. I think that's made it look lovely because it's got white around the edging, so I think that's added to it as well. So I quite like that. I feel that I get a bit of an earthy feeling from it, you know, with it being straw and things like that, and these grasses and that. So I feel a bit of, you get a bit of an earthy feeling. So if you feel that you can, you know, you can do something like this, guys, but you want to do it not in pinks, again, you don't have to. You can do it in any colour which you feel that you'd like. A nice coffee colour, that would be lovely. Coffee colour with the grasses, you know, and the same ribbon, anything like that, or even dark brown ribbon, things like that, guys. It would look really, really pretty. Out of the way, you know, or peaches, things like that, peach and white, that would be pretty as well. So again, if you feel that you can do it, and if you've never done it on one of these straw bases, honest guys, a lot of people don't really like them because they're too fiddly, you know, to get your stems in. But like I say, if you, these, I think about £6 when I last bought this, and that was only about a year ago. So they're not expensive. So in fact, I don't know, I'd have to have a look, but they're really not expensive, and this will help for your straw wreaths especially, or for anything, that any project that you're doing, or even anything that you're doing and you know, you want to make an awl with it in your foam or anything like that. But they're exceptionally good for the straw wreaths. Just put it in where you want the stem, leave your hole puncher in there while you put the glue on the stem, and as you're just about to take you know, put your stem in, I tend to put my thumb or finger where I've just taken this out, and then I place my stem in. If you wanted to angle your stem, then just place it in at an angle, the hole puncher. Don't just stick an hole in and that's it. If you want it to go at an angle, your stem, then do a diagonal angle, and then that, you know, your stem will sit in it as at an angle. So I hope that helps, and I hope that you'd like to give it a go on a straw base. If you've never done it, try on a 10-inch one or an 8-inch one, or maybe a 6-inch one, which are really, really tiny. Just try on those and use those as like a candle, a woodland or woody effect or earthy effect candle arrangement, and do something like that as well, just to start off with before you feel you've got the confidence to do a wreath with the straw base arrangements. But I think they're wonderful. I do like my grapevines. People have asked me which I prefer, grapevines, spruce, obviously, or the straw. My top favourite is the grapevines. I'm not so keen on the wicker. That's not really me. Well, I'll say that's not really me. It's the holes are too big, you know, they're too big. So you find that you're using a lot of glue. So, but, and then I do like the spruce and the straw base ones. So again, if you've never done one, just, you know, purchase a couple of small ones and have a practice. So please subscribe, share and like. Again, to the world, to everybody who you know, to even your doctor. It just helps my business grow. I much appreciate it, guys. I really do. It just helps it grow, and it helps it get noticed, you know, and that's all I ask. And just leave a comment and a like as well. That helps towards my, you know, the algorithms and also my business being noticed and that. So I'd much appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'm truly grateful. And again, keep your comments coming. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, I said I was going to show you one of the lollipops I did, didn't I? Right, I'll show you. I've tried, guys. I've only done 5, so please don't, you know, I've never done them before, so please don't judge me. So there's a green and yellow one that I did, and I've placed, you won't be able to see much of it, but I've placed little beads around it as well in white. So I've done that one. And then I decided to add a few little pink flowers, but I'm considering taking the pink flowers off of the lollipop around the edging on that one. So I've done that as well. So, and then obviously I've got a multicoloured one. I haven't finished that one yet. I stopped halfway. I've got to put the ribbon on, and I've got to put, well, the ribbon basically. But that's the one where it's a multicoloured Chanel wool, and I did it, it's like that on the back as well. You know, the wool, it's just got all different colours in it. So I've tried that one as well. So again, there's another 2 down there, but they're my first attempts, guys. So I'll keep trying till I perfect it. I really will. And my sister, I've told her, she, you know, I'm getting her to help me as well. She can have a go because she loves things like that. So again, Sammy, if you're watching, don't book anything in for Saturday, a week on Saturday. You're helping your big sister. So again, guys, have a wonderful day. Please subscribe, share, and like. I love you lots. You know, take care, good health, and everybody, you know, in the states where there's the fires, please, you know, be careful, and our thoughts are forever with you. So I'll see you all tomorrow, guys. Bye for now. Bye. So let's get a little bit closer. Take it off the stand. Right, I've got to look at the wire, guys, because I always seem to trap things. So there's the wire, oh gosh, what am I like? There's the ribbon, and there's the mauve coloured rose. I like the ripple effect peony, and the roses, bridal roses. Then we've got the pampas grass, then the green astilbe, we've got the white astilbe, we've got obviously our cluster of dried wheat, oats and things like that. Oh no, that's the cream astilbe, and there's the other astilbe in white. Our magnolia leaves there, a few little seeds in the centre of the ribbon as well, and then our shikebe spray foliage here. Just grab that. So that's what we've done today, guys. Again, if you feel you want to give it a go, please give it a go. You'll have lots of fun, and it will come out looking beautiful, I'm sure. So take care. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.